want to know how to market a business on the web. You know, if you're listening to this, you're probably exhausted trying to weed through everything on the internet and all of the conceptions. You may think you're the only person out there who can't get this internet marketing thing right. You know, you may be looking at this and going, hey, look, I've hired people, I've spent money, I've done everything, and nothing is working. Now, here's the reality. You're not alone, okay? You're definitely not alone. 90%, arguably the number's higher, of businesses fail. Now, they don't all fail because of marketing or sales or those culprits, although those are culprits. They fail because of a poor idea, of competition level, poor customer service, poor product. You know, the list goes on and on. Now, businesses fail for a lot of reasons, and marketing is certainly one of those aspects, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. Hi, my name's Ken. I'm with Integris. I'm in Salt Lake City, Utah today, and I'm broadcasting from the Perry Hotel. You know, I wanted to get something out there, and so this is off the cuff, and that's kind of what I want, because I find that when I'm working with businesses, having a conversational piece where I'm not working from a script and kind of talking from the heart and from experience sometimes resonates and helps businesses understand, you know, understand a little better, I guess. So anyway, I'm here, and literally all I've got here is just a quick sticky note of just a few topics. The main idea today is we've got a detox. Okay, guys, we're going to have to detox from what we've been told about the internet and what we think about the web and all the pitches and everything associated with it. And so this is a red pill podcast. Now, what I mean by red pill, anyone who's seen The Matrix knows that at a certain point, the hero in the movie had to make a decision. He had to choose whether to take a blue pill and go back to sleep and live in a fantasy, or take the red pill. And the red pill was waking up, and it's not fun, and it's going to offer a lot of challenges. And he had to make the decision on which pill to take. Today is that opportunity for you. You know, I've got over 20 years experience. I first started in this industry in 1991. I've spent my life in this industry. I know what's going on. You can count on what I'm going to tell you today is a fact. And the red pills I'm going to give you are facts. Now, let's jump right into red pill number one. It's not easy, okay? You probably figured that out. You're probably thinking something may be wrong with you and that everybody else is making it. But no, it's not easy to be successful on the internet. You know, it requires a lot of work. It can't be the garnish on the plate of your business. It can't be something that you kind of think about, you put a little bit into, and it's going to work out. Now, we all have heard the stories. You know, the guy who created something online and started generating some business. We've all heard this, okay? That's the exception. That's not normal, okay? People, you know, hear these stories and they think, well, you know, gosh, I should be able to do it. You know how many clients that I've talked to who have tried to start their own AdWords campaign with Google and have been utterly just frustrated to no end because they can't get the answers that they want? And this is Google, this is their product, right? Okay, it's not easy. You know, after being in this industry so long, I'm still learning stuff. I'm still learning from businesses. I'm still learning from the technology. I'm still growing. This field is a full-time, if not more, position. And I have a team of people, and I couldn't keep up with everything unless I was able to share that bandwidth. You know, we met with Peak, and Peak is some software out of Utah. It's really good software. I mean, really, really impressed. But, you know, they have different departments handling different aspects. And they're laser focused. It was very impressive. It was very, very impressive. But it's just not easy. Okay, so keep that in mind. And here's the big thing. If someone comes to you and says that their marketing solution is going to be easy and is going to inject a punch into your business, and the effort seems very little, okay? The rule I want you to have in your life moving forward is take that as a sales pitch and not as reality. That should be a flag, not a welcome mat. That's number one. Number two, it's not quick, okay? I mean, man, how many people, we put on some pounds and what do we want to do? Pop in a pill or go get a gastro bypasser or, do something to where we don't have to worry about weight, right? And ideally, we want to pop a pill and eat what we always eat and not work out. That's the culture we live in. We want this quick answer. And unfortunately, this red pill is harder because success on the internet is not quick. All right, so the guy I'm with here, he's a friend of mine at this point, and we're really good friends. I'm friends with a lot of my clients, not all of them, but the majority of them I'm good friends with, and we talk about everything, from their problems with their phone systems to it goes beyond marketing. And fortunately, I've just got this experience, and sometimes I can shed a little light on these other subjects. But the point is, this guy started with us 4 years ago. Now, he is currently the largest business of his vertical, meaning what he's trying to do in his state. He's the largest. He's 2.5 times bigger after 4 years of working with us. Now, we've had to run countless trials and tests, and we've had these intense discussions, and we have these ideas where we're combining his wisdom and our wisdom. And so it's very important to understand that this collaboration requires one, okay, what are we going to do? How are we going to do it? Be open to the idea that I don't understand everything about his business and he don't understand everything about mine, but we collaborate, we'll put our heads together and we come up with something, and then we test it, and then we adjust it, and then we change it. 4 years later, he's a top business in his state for what he's doing. It did not start off like that. And so you got to keep in mind that that's the reality, is that it's going to take time and patience. And man, that's so counterintuitive. I get it. It's really counterintuitive. Okay, the next thing that I want you to know, the next red pill, I think 3 or 4 here. The next red pill is the internet is big. I know, no joke, right? But also, the internet is not one thing. It's just what we collectively call a ton of different entities that we access on the internet, right? But the thing is different people do different things on the internet. They spend different amounts of time in different places. And you need to understand that this internet, where you focus your energy, is very important. If I take this same client, we're generating anywhere between $12,000 and $20,000 a month on his Facebook marketing. And the thing is that his business is good for Facebook, for it to be a primary focus. Other businesses, maybe not. You see, in general, now this is not dogmatic, so don't think just because I'm making this statement that you can't do something meaningful on Facebook, but you may not be able to for your demographic. You may be able to for your demographic. But in general, it's a B2C and a B2C market, not a B2B. Now, B2C is business to customer. That means you're a business and you're trying to sell to the general public. A B2B is selling business to business. And so focusing in the wrong areas, can be a killer. And the problem is that, if you have a Facebook marketing expert, they're going to push Facebook marketing, okay? Regardless if it's good or bad for your business. And they're going to give you a heck of an argument, and odds are, because they're more in the industry than you, that they may be able to throw a fastball past you. And so it's very important to understand you've got to be in the right places. Now, the next red pill I want to give you is you got to be weary of the technology apostles. Now, What I mean by that is I had a meeting with a new prospect 2 weeks ago. I love this person. She is so cool. But here's the thing, I met with her team. It wasn't so cool. You know, the problem is that one of the people on her team that she trusts is a technology apostle of the Shopify system. Okay, so Shopify is the wrong idea for her. But you know what? She's an apostle. She's personally invested in this system. Her ego's tied to it. Everything she has is tied to this solution. And so I'm choosing to step back away from this person right now. Not because I don't like her and not because we can't grow her product. I'm stepping away because now we've got a trust issue. Now we've got to deprogram and we got to detoxify her team in order for it to be successful. And you see, that's a real problem, because there are times, you know, in relationships and business, you know, where, you know, you can't be married to an idea. An idea is just something to try before, to see if it's working, and then you move in another direction using expertise and professionalism as your roadmap, right? And so you've got to be real careful, because the people who are passionate about a specific product, you know, it could be because they've had success in certain instances. It could be because they're influenced by third parties. The list goes on and on, money, whatever. But at the end of the day, it could be a really bad decision for you to listen to the apostles of certain technology. Okay, the next red pill is very tough. I mean, it just gets tougher. And you can see why this 90% number is staggering. The next thing that you have to have is someone you can trust. Someone that you can bounce ideas off of. Someone that you can interact with. Someone that respects you for where you're at, and you can respect them for what they know. Now, unfortunately, this is not easy, and you can't just go by certifications. Oh, sure, we've got you know, we're G Suite resellers. We're partners with Constant Contact. We have our own platform. You know, I've been a member of Simpo since 2007. I have all these certifications, right? And certainly that should be a standard, and make sure that the certifications they have are actually relevant to marketing. You know, don't look at IT certifications for web development. You know, and that's hard in itself, isn't it? So you got to find somebody you can trust. The people that are most successful with us, and we have some that are kind of in the middle, the gray area, because they're not truly invested in their own business. But the ones that are truly successful, they're collaborative with us. And we have real world conversations, and sometimes they're friendship conversations, and sometimes the conversations are business, and sometimes they're tough, and sometimes they're easy, and sometimes we're holding the head of the slave dragon above our head, and then other times we're trying to figure out how to get from underneath its feet. This is the reality of internet marketing. And you got to find somebody you can trust, because if you don't, you're just going to spend a lot of money for nothing. Okay, next thing is if we're not getting worse, the next thing is money, investment. You know, basically, you know, when you first start a marketing campaign and you're learning to market a business, you know, you've got to have the experiments. You've got to test. That's why time and patience is one of the earlier items. But now we're talking about the investment. You know, people want to have a business, but they don't want to invest in their business. You know, maybe they don't invest in their people. Maybe they don't, you know, they're more like business vampires than they are about investing in their business. So if you want to succeed, you're going to have to give a tool that you may not want to release, and that is the tool of money. Because things have to be tested. Things have to be tried. Now with us, we try to minimize with new clients the feeling that, you know, we're skimming money off the top of their marketing or something like that, because frankly, it does happen. Percentages are charged in advertising and marketing. So of course, you know, the marketing dollars want to be increased because it's good for the agency, right? Okay, but in our case, what we do is we typically will plug their information directly into the marketing outlets. And the reason we do that is because they know every dollar that they spend for actual marketing goes toward actual marketing. You see, there has to be a compromise in the relationship, even when it comes to the money side of things. And then, of course, understanding business and life happens. With the investment too. Sometimes we have to adjust early on in the game. We may have to decrease the budget a little bit or concentrate on one thing instead of three things because, people, they just can't afford it for whatever reason. And trust me, man, life happens. I absolutely get life happens. Okay, now, the last red pill is perhaps the most sweet of all these pills, and it's the most enticing of all the pills that I've given you, to take the blue one and not the red one. Now, I want you to take the red one here, but you're not going to like it. Now, the internet is plagued with do-it-yourself solutions. Why pay a professional when you can go build your own website, create your own Facebook page, start your own Google ad campaign, boost your own post on Facebook, broadcast your own post on Facebook, whatever it is. The world is plagued with, why pay a professional? We got this thing automated, right? All right, this is a danger. I can't tell you how many times I've worked with a business and there are tweaks that are made that make big differences, and it's based on the understanding of color psychology, or it's on the kind of font to use for a demographic, or it's based on these little minutia things that I've collectively learned over 20 years. Okay? This thing called internet marketing is not a garnish. It's not a, let me get up at 5 o'clock and work till 6 o'clock on my internet marketing. Get that out of your head. It's not going to work. Okay? What you've got to do is you're going to have to get away from anything that's a do-it-yourself solution. Most of the do-it-yourself solutions, they're brilliant, right? It's a low investment. Don't spend a lot of money. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. Think of Wix and Squarespace. Just dump a few bucks into it, right? Buy that $4.95 hosting package at an EIG company, and build it yourself and avoid those heavy costs of a web developer, and this will work. See, it's not true. Your business is unique. Your business is unique, and if you look at these red pills I'm giving you, what I'm building, a collective case for you, is to let you know that this is a collaborative effort, and it's going to require a lot of experience, and if you shortchange yourself, you're going to be in that 90% bucket. You will be in that 90% bucket. Now, the Hail Mary pass does work. I saw Aaron Rodgers throw one a couple years ago, a 50-yard pass, got caught in the end zone, they won the ball game. Do you want to bet your family's life and sustenance, your dreams of your business? Do you want to bet everything you have on a Hail Mary pass? No one buys a Volkswagen to enter it into the Daytona 500 and think if they finish in the top 10, then they're going to get a better car. You can't use the Volkswagen as a benchmark of how well other things are going to work. But you see, the do-it-yourself systems are that Volkswagen. I'm going to start with this, and if it happens to work, then I'm going to go to that. Now, what they will not tell you is that when you get into these systems, a lot of your expense after you graduate from them, if you can graduate from them, or you just get disgusted with them, is to hire somebody to pull all that stuff you put into that system into another system that's going to be effective. That's why you get these 30-day free trials, folks. It's not just to learn the system, it's also to get you sucked into the spider web where you can't get out. All right, these are hard pills. I get it, it's hard pills. It's not what you want to hear. But it's the reality. And when I see businesses succeed and do really well, and I see the guy who's taking a trip a year to Thailand or traveling or spending $200,000 a year in vacations, and I see the people that we built around him and the solution, the systems, and I see the time and effort and energy and money and and everything that goes into it, the patience. I know that's what works. And these red pills are doggone if they're the toughest. I mean, I really wish I could have this and say, okay, buy this product, get this product, and guess what? Your life is going to be great and your business is going to succeed. If that was the case, anybody would do that, right? Okay, so thank you so much for listening. I'm humbly grateful that you're listening today. And I'm humbly grateful that you've taken the time to listen. And listen, like or subscribe to what I'm doing here. We don't work with 1,000,000 companies. I don't have 1,000 companies come across my business. I only have a select group of people that I work with because it takes so much time and effort to really care about them. And so what I'm offering here is I'm offering free advice, and I'm offering reality, and I'm not offering a sales pitch. And if this appeals to you, then subscribe. Watch what I'm telling you. Leave comments. And if I've screwed something up, I'm going to tell you, If I've not, then let's talk about that too. It'll be a talking point for a future session. I just want to leave by just telling you guys I respect what you're trying to do. I respect it, and I appreciate your effort, and I appreciate what you're trying to do here. So anyway, thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. And then I'm going to build off this subject in the future. I may rabbit trail a little bit for, from daily business stuff. I mean, there's tons of things that, could be effective and help you on this path and give you talking points to work with you and your people. We are in a position, well, I'll talk more about that later. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening today. I'm humbly grateful for you. And thank you so much again for listening. Have a great day.